Hello, 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 and welcome. Sorry, I had to do a quick change real quick. And my hair looks a mess. Everything looks a mess. But it's all right. We're here. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I am your host, Captivating Christian. Of course, it is me. And today, as every Tuesday, we'll be talking about politics, a little bit of wellness, and some mess. Brother Nate, just let me know when you're ready, and we can get the show on the road. For those of you who have just popped in, please make sure you hit those thumbs up button. Thank you and welcome. Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello to everyone. Sorry, I'm just running around. Mr. Thompson, what's going on? Patty Duke, always a pleasure. Patty, how are you? Evangelist, missionary team. Oh, all right. Prayers go up to her. Not sure who she is, but June G, what's going on? What's going on? We'll definitely catch the replay. Not a problem. Appreciate it. Hey, Auntie Melissa Scott, how are you? And Lynn T, it's always a pleasure to see you. Hey, what's going up, sir? How are you?
Hey, good evening. How you doing? How's everybody doing this evening?
I'm good. Hopefully everybody is well. I don't know what I pressed. I pressed something in the back. Hopefully you can still hear me fine. Yeah, everything it's a lot going on. It is a lot going on. Too much to keep up with on all spectrums, but we will try today. But anyway, let me let you give yourselves a round of applause for being here. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here on this illustrious Tuesday, where we get into a whole bunch of things. But how has your week been so far? Before as I pull up,
It's been nice
that's
and
good.
quiet.
It's good. It's good. I did see your grandniece's prom picture. It was definitely
Oh, my granddaughter.
yeah, your granddaughter's
Yeah,
prom picture was that's
yeah,
kind
that
of
was fun. That was fun. These new kids are ridiculous. None of them wanted to go to the prom.
yeah.
None of her friends. They weren't real excited or anything, and I was just kind of surprised because I figured they hadn't been around each other that
Right,
much
right.
that they would be kind of excited, but they really weren't. None of them were.
Mm.
So, but they had a nice time once they got there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's usually how it goes. Once you
Yeah,
get the ball rolling, you
yeah.
become excited,
Hey,
and then
Melissa, how you doing, girl? You were off the hook Saturday.
I missed it. I had to
Off
step out.
the hook, girl. I was up doing some roof work, and
I did.
I had to sit down.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh
because I
goodness.
needed to take a break anyway, and it popped on just right on time. That was some funny stuff. I really enjoyed that one.
All right. Well, we'll get into some stuff about that and other things. But
Oh,
first,
there's more.
yeah, there's always more.
Oh.
But first, as always, let's get into
Mhm.
the big stuff. All right. So news updates. And sorry, I didn't shoot you the rundown. I thought about it after, like, earlier in today. I was like, oh, I didn't send
I
you.
just figured you were busy.
It was extremely for no reason. I mean, really, I didn't understand the purpose of all of that. Okay, where'd everything go? Okay, it was here. Okay, I hate when that happens. So you try to do stuff early, and this is what you get.
That always happens
Um,
like that, man.
yeah, like the articles always seem to be like,
You could be all set up and ready to go.
yeah, you used to be here. This used to be here, and I'm like, where the hell did it go? And it's going to cause me to kind of click it out, and I don't want to do that because I'm making lose my spot. But real quick news update: Emmett Till's family looking to prosecute the woman who accused him of whistling at her. She is in her 80s. We talked about her before. She
We talk
should,
about her a lot.
yes, who should not be named on here. Um, but yeah, the family of Emmett Till, while I'm waiting for it to load, is basically looking to have her prosecuted. The Justice Department recently, as 3-4 months ago, closed the case
Hmm.
on Emmett Till and decided not to press charges against Ms. Bryant with her low down trifling ass. Uh, and the family's like, no, they want an investigation done to reopen the actual case, since you're not responding, no worries. To reopen the case. They understand that the Justice Department does not want to press charges, but they do. They feel like, she's been able to live her life free and clear after all that she has done. And as any family would, they still want answers because they still haven't received the answers that they should have received, nor the justice, because everybody involved in the case is dead. So, yeah. So on that, I just feel like the Justice Department dropped the ball and they get a you stupid for that. Because something should have been done. Again, like I've said before, and I've said it tons and times again, if you can haul Bill Cosby's half blind ass to court for
Hmm.
some shit, then you could have hauled his ass. If you could have wheeled Harvey Weinstein's crippling ass all of a sudden into court for sexual allegations, then you could have wheeled her old ass into court for lying on that young man.
Oh,
Which,
you know what you know what their thought was. Let's catch her before she goes. You thought you were going to tip on out here. You thought they
right,
were going to walk you up the stairs. Oh no,
right,
bitch.
right.
Somebody's gonna pay for something.
Yeah. I mean, even if it is monetary, I think somebody should be paid. Like it doesn't doesn't make any sense. She's the one who caused all of it to begin with.
Yeah.
So, and she's still living for a reason. And the reason is because you owe, bitch, and you ain't paid up yet. So until you pay up, this is gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah, I say drag her old ass.
I hope she has a lot of life insurance.
Drag her old ass to court, just like you dragged Bill Cosby, half blind ass to court on his was it Spanish flu, whatever the fuck it was.
No, Spanish fly.
On his cocktail, and just like you,
we can tell you a youngin. Yeah, Spanish fly. And they used to sell it in the back of comic books, believe it or not.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
The old comic books where they would have like the advertisements for like sea monkeys and all that like joke paraphernalia type of things, and they used to sell Spanish flies in the back of the book.
Wow, that's just like Coca-Cola having cocaine in there.
Cocaine in it, yeah.
That's
crazy. Yeah. Oh, this shit they get you get now is nothing compared to the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching something. What was I watching? I was watching something. It was some kind of historical thing, and they were talking about how they used to be able to buy heroin. Like heroin was just like they would use it for a whole bunch of different things until it became crazy, where people were like literally going crazy for it, and they had to like put the shutdown on it. But,
yeah. We found it posed a real problem.
Yeah.
A whole lot of stuff through the mail.
Did not even know all that. All right, so in other news, real quick, so we can move along to the other stuff because there's a lot. In no updated news, all charges have been dropped against the Black Lives Matter activist Pamela Moss for her voting error. Remember, I spoke about this 2 weeks ago. She was the Black Lives Matter person who was charged with voting illegally, and after, because of course she was sentenced, and then she went through the proper steps to reinstate her ability to vote. They told her she could vote, and moving right along, everything was, she thought, all gravy. However, when she went to go vote, of course, after she voted, then the Republicans tried to use her as see, I told you they were doing illegal voting. She was sentenced to 6 years in prison for attempting to register to vote in the city of Memphis. Moses had told her probation officer that she had completed her probation back in 2015 of a felony conviction. And she was confirmed the officer had helped her fill out the information on her behalf. Unbeknownst to her, though, she had lost her right to vote in the state of Tennessee, which she did not know. Your thoughts on the buffoonery of the people?
Yeah, well, I'm glad she got off. But there's still another young lady that's facing similar charges. Right. I think with the 3 or 4 other white men that did similar.
Right, that's what I'm just saying. Like, they just found out Mark Meadows is registered some other place and voted. He's registered in 2 places and voted
in
both places.
So everybody should be wiped. Their slate should be wiped clean.
Right. Of course, but of course we ain't gonna do that because they don't do that to their own kind. They rather just have us hang us to dry as if we're the ones creating all these illegal crimes, as far as these white collar crimes, is voting illegally. And we sit up there talking about we need to change the voting regulations. Well, who is around here changing voting rights but Republicans? And who's getting caught cheating in multiple states voting for the Republican ticket but Republicans? Get into it. I mean, hello, people, it's time to wake up. So in other news, since people always think we always praising Democrats and not really hanging them out to dry.
Oh, no, they all dirty.
Thank you.
They're all dirty.
Clyburn.
Let there be no mistake.
Right, at all. Congressman James Clyburn The most influential person, I really thought he was in North Carolina, but they say South Carolina, but I think that's a misprint. I think he's in North Carolina, but correct me if I'm wrong. But he is the biggest influential black person in the South demographic as far as Democrats are concerned. He's the majority whip. The majority whip, for those of you who don't know even who or what that is the person who whips up the votes. Basically, they go around.
I thought it was something sexual.
No, it's nothing sexual. Anything sexual with that man? I don't think so. No, thank you. I'll pass. He looked like somebody nasty grandpa, but he do like dirty grandpa with the sweater and the whole suit jacket thing. I can't.
Come sit on my lap, baby.
Right, exactly. You getting so big. What? So anyway, Judge Clyburn. Congressman James Clyburn, like I said, big influencer in North Carolina, South Carolina, the Carolinas period for Black Democrats. What he says goes. He actually gave life to the current president's run for the office back when he was running, because remember, Sleepy Joe was sleeping at the polls because nobody was voting for him until he won Super Tuesday, which dealt with the Carolinas, and Clyburn kind of pushed him through to be the nominee for the Democratic ticket. So with that, surprise, surprise, Clyburn has been caught taking about $200K of his campaign funds and giving it to his family members. I mean, again, to say caught, they all do it. They all have done it. Even the current president has done it with his own son. So this is no surprise. It is just that he is a Democrat. And of course, him having the influence that he does have, and Republicans looking for anything to kind of throw at the ceiling. This is one of them. But the interesting thing about this is, of course, his daughter was able to get money. Her husband, his grandson, they've all been getting money through these different companies that basically funnel through his campaign funds. Now,
everybody gets paid.
To me, I say he gets the you stupid. Why do I say he gets the you stupid?
You stupid.
Because he's been going after Trump for what Trump was doing during the presidency and giving the money to his family members and all this other kind of stuff. So they've been itching at Trump the whole time. So my whole thing was, if you're going after him, please make sure that your backyard is all right, because you know they're coming for you next. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it goes in this political thing. It's like, all right, cool, you're going to expose that person. Know that that person is going to come back and expose you in due time.
Well, you know, tit for tat.
Right, that's it. It was just in a moment where I got you, bitch, and it was like, got you, and now they're going to ride this out. Now, I will say, in defense of places like Fox News for the moment, because, you know, I don't do that at all. But like MSNBC and other places have not talked about this at all. They may have mentioned it once, if that at all. It's like,
no. You didn't hear anything about it.
Shut the story down quick. But again, here we go with campaign financing. So if the argument is that there's too much money in politics, there's too much money on both sides, because people can actually, you know, take their campaign funds that donors have given and take it and utilize it, not just for the campaign, but for their family expenses, which is a violation. Of course, they tried to say it's just $200,000 over a certain amount of years, but it's still
sure, that we know of.
That we know of, right?
That we know of, because you know they disguise it as so many other write-offs.
Right. Like she has a company, her husband has a company, meaning his daughter has a company, and then the grandson is like a campaign market analyst or
it's
something.
Some made up shit.
Yeah, it's some made up shit. He did not go to school for, and it's just like, but I get it. People would do it. I mean, if you just, you know, you hook up your family, you do whatever. But my whole thing is, at that level, where you're trying to go for the gusto, you might want to make sure that all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, just to protect yourself. But whatever, they all do dirt. They all make money. It is a big make money scheme. That's why I say that there should be term limits on congressmen, on senators, and so forth and so on. This way, it'll kind of keep at bay the
not only that, the reduction of money.
Right. Well, the Supreme Court did that shit.
Lower the cap on it,
Yeah.
But they'll figure out some way around it.
They will, but I'd rather them figure out a way around it that would jeopardize them more so than jeopardizing voters and people who are entrusting you, giving you money for these campaigns because they believe in what you're trying to do or what you say you're trying to do. And then all you're doing is trying to trick people out, which is ridiculous. So you can live. Not only do you get, and that's the crazy part, like you get money from the government, you get top health insurance, you get all these extra perks, and then you still want to take campaign funds on top of that and give it to people? Like, come on, give it to your own people? It's ridiculous.
And not including all the extra poon on the side.
Anything, anywhere, just crazy. But anyway, in other news, of course, there's always Florida. Good old Florida. So
isn't Florida supposed to be sinking into the sea?
It will be after a while, because all this shit is really going to come back to bite the state really hard, and to say the least. But the first bit was this. Florida Republicans have passed a congressional map severely limiting Black voting power. Are we surprised? Of course not. Florida just approved a new congressional map that severely curtailed Black voting power. The state on Thursday taking its final vote on the Black lawmakers staging a sit-in on the floor legislature. This new plan, which was drawn up by who else but Governor DeSantis. I know his name is DeSantis, but whatever. The Disney killer. Republicans significantly and boost the state.
I don't know. Mickey might come after that ass.
Yeah.
You don't fuck up Mickey and Minnie's good thing.
Right. Gerrymandering, which passed several months ago. Republicans have expected to win 20 of the 28 congressional districts and 4 seats increased in the House. So they're looking to really take advantage of this. And that's why I say that voting your local makes the difference, because you can stack the game or the cards how you want them to be stacked. So if I can, okay, I didn't win the presidency. All right, so what we're going to do is work on the ground game. We're going to make sure we disrupt all this shit, make sure we cut out all these mass votes that would hurt us, and make it harder for them while they sit back and, think, oh, we made it. Oh, everything's all right. We got a Democrat in office, no more Trump. Like, okay, they're just waiting in the wings. Like, they're not even fazed by all this. Which is definitely ridiculous and something we need to look out for. Before I get to the Disney thing, of course, because of course that's Florida too with his dumb ass. And people, by the way, people actually backing out of their Disney vacations because of this foolishness. Like the church and all this other stuff has had people's minds so warped that it is crazy. It is crazy.
Now, is this against Disney or against DeSantis that they're backing out?
Against Disney.
Oh.
Yeah. Some of this is against Disney. Some of it. Others, I don't know. But a few, I was like,
or they're just saying that and they just come to the realization that shit's just too expensive and I don't have the money. You seen gas prices? You seen gas prices?
That too.
Ooh, I thought I'd have to sell some ass at the pumps, boy. I filled my tank up. I was done.
Not at the pump.
Yeah, at the pump. Sell it where you can.
If you can.
Yeah.
All right. So U.S. police have killed Nearly 600 people in traffic stops since 2017, the data shows. Again, news to anyone? No, I don't think so. Of course, after the killings of that young man that was just killed recently, Patrick Leola, the Black Michigan man, early this month, others, I don't even know if you considered even George Floyd's thing to be a traffic stop, but the other young man in Michigan, what was his name? Oh gosh, the one where the white lady was all in tears. That one.
In the car, the young man that was shot in the car.
Right, right.
Because that was actually during the trial.
Right, right.
During the George Floyd trial.
Right, right. Or right after or something like that.
No, it was actually during the trial.
Yeah, right. You're absolutely right. During the verdict and all that stuff. So 10% of roughly 1,100 people have been killed by police each year in violent traffic stops. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like this stuff.
You stop for a tail light, or you ran a stop sign and you end up dead.
Yeah,
and they don't see what the problem is. They see what the problem is. They just don't want to address the problem.
Right. Of course not. They never do. Dante Wright, who was 20 years old, that was the young man that was killed and pulled over for an expired registration tag, hanging and a hanging air freshener. Then you had Sandra Bland, who was 28, stopped for a failure to signal, and Philando Castile, who died at the traffic stop when the officer claimed.
Well, you should have just gotten a ticket.
He was right. And all these things. And all these things should have.
But then too, you have to look at their reaction when these things happen. Notice there isn't really any outcry from them. You have to look at them.
Well, it's never, but there's never an outcry from them. And the only thing is, we're always the ones forcing the extra investigation, forcing people to do something. And that's only really because the media then places such a spotlight on the area. And, the people that decide, okay, let's get these people out of here. Let's give them a little investigation and keep it moving. And when they do that, they uncover all this shit, the cover up, things
that have been going on for years and years and years.
It's really ridiculous.
But we need to get out of that mindset also that everything is PC. Everything has a rule. War doesn't have a rule. That's why I don't understand, example, the Ukraine situation.
Well, there are rules in engagement.
Yeah, sure. You march up and down like Confederate soldiers, right? Remember how they used to march in a line, and then everybody shoot at one time, and then they get their little muskets. There is no such thing. There's no such thing. I'm done. Anyway, no, but we need to get it. We need to get out of that mindset. When they attack us, and this is blatant attacks, then we should attack them back. They're just as dangerous as the gang on the street, because they are a gang, a sanctioned state and federal gang.
Right.
And we just need to see them for what they are.
Yeah, that part is true. That part I totally agree. And like I always talk all the time, those police unions, they protect a lot of shit. And when they start really getting the hammer held to them, a lot of things will change. But will that ever happen? I don't know. I would like to see it, but who knows? I don't know what happened to my Disney story. I knew I had a lot more other stuff. Disney. Funny fact. They're about to lose. Well, Ron DeSantis has just signed a measure that would get rid of Disney's sanctuary. In other words, Disney itself, the Disney Corporation in Florida, was its own entity, almost like how the Pope is to Italy. The Vatican is its own nation state, own capital, own everything. And Disney World, or the Disney enterprise in Florida, was its own thing. So much so that the people surrounding the area where the Disney Corporation is enjoyed the fruits of the labor because Disney paid for everything. Disney paid for their schooling, Disney paid for their roads, Disney paid for their emergency services and all that stuff. To the tune, and of course I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the article. I mean, I don't have it here, but I did read it. Roughly about $56 million, give or take. Probably even more than that, but roughly around there. It's a couple million. With Ron DeSantis, thinking with his little head, which is the one above his shoulders.
Aren't they all little?
Yeah, well, one may be smaller than the other. And not really thinking it out, just thinking, oh, I'm going to do this and this is going to, grant me so much praise. The city in which the Disney Corporation stands in, since Ron DeSantis wanted to throw his weight around and relinquish them of that little sanction that they had of taxes and all that stuff, that now falls on that city to pay that. And they don't have it at all. They don't have it at all. And that bill will be due really soon, like this summer.
Yeah, I was going to say real soon. They're saying that that the residents are going to have to pay a 20 to 25% tax hike.
Yeah. Not only that, grocery, anything in that area is going up. Mm-hmm. Anything in that area is going up.
And they are now responsible for running the fire departments to maintaining the roads.
Yeah.
Like Disney took care of all the infrastructure. Yeah,
all the infrastructure.
Which was probably better than that county.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Better than the actual city doing anything because Disney was taking care of everything.
Oh yeah, Patty, they going up.
Yeah. So
there's going to be a lot of ass for sale.
Right. But trust and believe, if they can't pay their bill, that's going to spill over into the other cities.
Oh yeah, because they've already said that.
Yeah. Right.
So isn't Florida supposed to be sinking soon? No.
Right. It's supposed to be underwater.
Water won't put you under, but the goddamn taxes will.
Right, because somebody wants to show their ass, and that's the part that I don't get. It's like you're not. All of this is just for fanfare to support, to pump people up and think people are doing. Like, when did Disney itself really be anything about same gender, same all that? When did that?
They had been relatively quiet
on the issue,
just about the whole issue.
That's what I'm saying. The only thing that they said was, as far as children were concerned, they were not going to, they didn't feel like that was their place. And as a place of make believe and fantasy, and one that we've always pushed. Prince Charming and a princess and getting married and all this other kind of stuff. You've always pushed that down children, so nobody ever questioned that.
That's right.
You've never questioned, well, Mickey, Minnie, and Daffy and Daisy and all these other, characters that you put together. You never questioned them.
They're having orgies now.
Right. You never questioned. I mean, you made Pocahontas and John Smith have a loving relationship.
Now we all know what happened, and it was not pretty.
Right. Like, I mean,
now this is the whitewashing.
Right, but
this is literally the whitewashing.
But this is, this is how it is. So yeah, with that. That was a bit of interesting news.
I want to see if Mickey sent out a hit squad. I bet you DeSantis can't take his kids to Disney no more.
I bet you can't. I bet you can't, and I bet you he's not even.
Better head on up to Six Flags.
Good luck.
Probably not. But then too, you have to look at what message this sends out to other corporations that may have had an interest.
This is what I'm saying. Like, one, nobody is going to have. Where is Disney going to go? Disney could go anywhere, really. However, who's got money to pay that? You got money to pay that price tag? of what they're gonna sell that land for.
Yeah, but you know what? They might as well start moving now, because by the time they're ready to make a big leap, it'll be underwater any goddamn way.
Yeah.
So that's that might be just a wake up call.
But that too, who's to say that the corporation wasn't setting up infrastructure to prepare for being underwater, possibly? Mm-hmm. Now that you do this, you're leaving the whole state vulnerable for what?
Yeah.
For what? So I don't know. I just find it to be a bit funny. There was something else that I wanted to talk about before that, and everything went away. But I did get your history link, which was pretty cool. I did not know that, and I thought I pulled it up. It's here somewhere. I can just put it up here. Oh, was that Matthew Cohorn in the? Is that a bra he's got on?
Yes.
The congressman in the wheelchair. Crazy.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it is.
Because he is such a dick on wheels.
He is. He puts the new meaning in Hot Wheels. Goodness gracious. So a bit of history news. Of course, everybody's always talking about there's been this push to have a Confederate month, which I'm like, the fuck, what? You lost. But that is the thing now. A lot of white people are butthurt, and they want to have a Confederate month. They even used this one person who I did not know, and you learn something new every day. I learned about Jim Tembler. It was how do I say this nicely?
I just dropped a link to the article.
Okay, thank you. He was a young man who, I don't even say adopted, but basically taken in by the Davises family. And I said the Davises family. And what Davises might you say? Jefferson Davis, the president of the so-called Confederates. His wife said that she saw this Negro boy being abused by his caretakers because his mother had passed away and left him in care, left him with this family member who was abusing him. So she found it upon her grace and wisdom to take the young boy into her family and just have him be a part of the family. But the record shows that he was not a part of the family as you would say an adopted child, but more as a pet. But they don't want to say that. But that's just what she says in her own writing. She calls him the Negro pet or the nigger pet. And that's just what he's called in her writing. This young man was basically there to play with the other children, which, again, for those of us who know some of the history of African American people in this country, especially enslaved ones, that was nothing uncommon. That is always something that had happened. But the Confederates and the sons of the Confederates, I can't believe they still exist, have tried to use this young man to push their fight to have a Confederate month, basically stating that the fight, the Civil War, rather, was based on states' rights and not enslaved human beings. Mind you, their base was, of course, in Richmond, Virginia. When Richmond was evacuated during the Civil War, they had left to kind of scurry on down south further, and he went along with them, the young man, but their maids and her personal maid had to leave her family to go down with the Davises. But they weren't enslaved or champions of enslaved people. Get the hell out of here. Nothing further on in the article, nothing is known about the young man as when he got older. they jokingly said in the article that he got a taste of freedom up north and was like, hell no, I'm good. When they
get the hell out of there.
Looking for him yet again.
We's not staying.
Right. So
see you, Mr. Davis.
So little is known about this young man, but I thought it was definitely.
Oh, we knew enough. He got the fuck out of Dodge. That's all we needed to know.
But
does my little black heart good?
Yeah. But enough was known about this young man that I did not know, that I thought was interesting. And the fact that he shared a lot of, which is not surprising, that he really thought he was part of the family because of how he was treated. And he shared a lot of their prejudices and biases.
Well, you know, when you're a kid, it's learned.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, that's interesting. But
until reality kicks in, when you become a teenager, you get old enough and see that there is a difference.
Yeah. So they don't know, where he slept, if he slept, in the actual house with the Davises, or if he slept with the other enslaved people, or where he ate at. There's no record of any of that information, but there is, of course, that picture of him, and that was normal for a lot of the slave masters to take the children of enslaved people and dress them up because they would be the playmates of the masters' sons and daughters, and most of the time they would be the brunt of the joke or abuse at the hands of the child. So basically, a toy, a human.
Hence the
toy.
Term the whipping boy.
Right. Yeah. So a human toy. So definitely, and this is something we don't want to go back to, people. So when I hear people, singing those lovely songs of, oh, it's about all history, and you happen to be black and you got a Confederate flag on your back looking as dumb as dog shit, I really don't. I don't understand it. Was there something else?
I used to feel a way when I would see white families that have adopted black children.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have a physical, visceral response because it just triggered something. I mean, it's like these kids don't know what there's enough black families out here that want that want kids.
Yeah, I would think that all the time too. I'd be like, what is the for me, it would be almost like, well, what is your reasoning?
Yeah, is it really genuine?
Yeah,
that's the whole thing, and it would really irk the fuck out of me.
Mm-hmm. Like, is it really genuine, or is it to warp as much as possible?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand. It's always something that kind of plagued me to make me go, I wonder, what's that about?
Always trying to make yourself look good.
Yeah,
we're progressive. We're progressive.
Right, we're so progressive. What was there? There was something else. I know there's something else I'm missing other than this fool right here. So go ahead.
Oh no. Let's see. Judge on Trump.
Yeah, that too. So Trump is in hot water real quick, and I'm sure you've heard about it. He has skipped out on appearing in court or the document.
he didn't show for jury duty.
Right. That the Attorney General out of New York has requested, and the judge basically slammed the hammer on his ass and filed him in contempt. However, there's ways he can get out of it. Of course, he can delay, which he probably will do until somebody else is in the good old AG seat and can wipe away all of his evil doings or documentation that actually puts him in the hot seat. Because I think that's the goal in the first place anyway. Do I think he wants to be president again? No, not really. I think he'd rather just do what he's doing. That's the way he can make money. He can make money more off you guys because he doesn't have to report it. He can just, do all kinds of dumb shit. But yeah, Cheeto Man is definitely a thug, and he's a thug that, nobody seems threatened by. Everybody seems to just let him go and do his thing.
No, and he gets to do, and a lot of them, they get to do what they want to do.
Right. You know. So when they get
and get away with it,
they feel like, what do you mean? Like this Marjorie Taylor Greene clown, this monkey. Yeah, right. I said it. She's a monkey.
Well, at least you didn't say bitch.
I wanted to, but I didn't want to.
Go ahead, free your soul. Because when it comes to people like her, you know,
yeah, it's like the audacity. But the fact that is not okay. What she's going through is not an actual trial, like a criminal trial or anything. What
it should be, because she was probably she was drawing maps for them clowns. Okay,
it should be, but what is basically happening in her realm is that they are proceeding to make sure they remove her from the ballot for the upcoming election, which she is running, because she helped incite the insurrection or the erection that some of these white men wish they had, because that's what they was running on. Plenty of blue pill, because the shit they were doing, that would have not happened. It would be tons of black bodies in the street, and I don't care what nobody.
You know what? One toe hit one of those marble steps. And that would have been all that was left was a boot.
That's it. There would have been total destruction and bloodshed everywhere. So with all that, she, they're saying, well, she could possibly, she won't get kicked off the ballot because they don't necessarily have enough evidence. They literally need her saying that she, wanted this insurrection to happen, or, keep it going. She needs a text from somebody in government that she sent something to basically just say, here it is right here. Bam.
They got it.
Mark Meadows has it, but that's why he hasn't. That's why he only gave out certain information. He only gave out certain stuff. He has all of that. Trust and believe it. I'm sure he does, but he's not going to release it because he knows it's going to damage his party. But I think personally, she's a clown. I don't even see it. Like I really don't, and I don't even. I'm Republican, Democrat, whatever. But at the same time, being a person of integrity should matter. And this shit is pure buffoonery to me.
Yeah, if I was her constituents, I would be so sick of her.
This is what I'm saying. Right, but this is what I'm saying. Like those other Tea Partiers that are alongside with her, I get
the tea baggers, right?
Yeah, the tea baggers. I get their thing. Whatever. I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about a true conservative Republican in that state. There's no way you're going to tell me you feel anything towards voting for that thing. Like, she's a loony bag. Like, she's worse. She's like Sarah Palin 2.0. Like, there's no way.
You see what Lynn T wrote? He talking about politicians, Cat.
Right, but her, there's no way. There's no way. I can't do it. Like, none whatsoever.
Just looking at her face just makes me want to.
Yeah, and she's sitting there saying, I did not say Nancy Pelosi. And then as soon as they was about to pull the shit up, she said, well, wait.
Oh, yeah, she remembered that shit. Yeah,
you remember
came back to her like that, didn't it?
It came real quick because she automatically knew that once she said no, she didn't, and she stood by that, and he played it, that was a wrap for her. So that's perjury right there. So she had to make sure she clinked on that. And furthermore, I think the judge is, granted, he said, well, it's not much we can do, but, we can hear the case out. I think, he's a supporter too, so he's not even worried about it. But
they're just going through the theatrics.
It's a sad state of affairs that we're in. Let alone Georgia is still making sure that they, kick out and knock down any kind of voting power that any people, black or otherwise, have in that state. As this is going on, and you watching this woman lie on national TV under oath. What else? What else am I saying? Nothing else.
Tennessee.
what's going on in Tennessee with the
Tennessee passing the bill requiring people to serve 100% of their sentence.
Oh yeah. What
for some felonies?
Right. Yeah. So Tennessee, and I read that too. I don't know why I didn't have that up. So Tennessee, of course, as Brother Neat wonderfully reminded me, making people pay your pay your time. There's no wiggle room. They're making sure that if you get
you do all your time.
You do all the time. Forced enslavement. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Just basically making sure that you keep the slave train rolling. So if you are wrongly convicted of something, you'd be sitting up there serving time until no parole.
No parole.
No parole, no nothing. No parole, no nothing. So this is sad because a lot of our Black and brown brothers and sisters are in jail right now for a lot of offenses that they did not commit. And it's taken so long for the evidence to actually come to light.
I'm talking about years.
Right. People not being able to afford to have the resources to actually get them, get their cases heard and before the judge and, so on and so forth. So Tennessee is definitely making it harder, and they're not playing no games.
And how many people have actually just fallen through the cracks?
The cracks, right? Or just giving up. Just giving up of years of being denied and trying to push against the system for being wrongly accused, and just giving up. And then finally, somebody comes along after years and go, "Oh yeah, you can,"
you're free.
You're free.
We found out that it wasn't you. You weren't even there. Of course not. Right. You were home in bed asleep.
Oh, but we're not going to give you any money.
We're not going to give you any money. Right. You've only been in there. You're only 75 years old.
Right.
You got about 15 minutes left, right?
Right. You only been in there your whole damn life. So, thanks. The prison industrial complex is the son of a bitch, and it really is. Again, this is racism through everything. It's through the fabric, like that flag that people be waving around, or people act like they don't know where where they're at, and you see these big American flags is woven in that fabric. They can do what they want. Nobody's here to fight it. And that's the thing I say, that voting is important. Yeah, we always say that, oh, my vote doesn't count, my vote doesn't count. But when you don't vote, you give your vote to them. And you allow them to do stuff like this.
They're really expecting it this time around.
Tennessee, next it'll be places like Alabama and, so on and so forth. And those red belt states will be able to have these archaic laws reinstated to where they affect people that look like you and I and really not like them.
And people are moving to those states. That's what I don't understand.
Well, people are moving to the states some, of course, because it's cheaper, but two, some people are trying to change the demographic of the voting by actually moving there. You change the voting power, and you shift that. That's how.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to be fighting these motherfuckers every day. Okay, that's the whole thing. I don't think I would want to take my kids into the battleground. Especially with the way that our country is in the first place. I do understand. Maybe if I was single or something like that, but I wouldn't want to take a family down there and have to subject them to that kind of foolishness.
Yeah, but that's places why Georgia was able to swing the way it swung because of places like Atlanta and the surrounding areas, and people going down there in droves for whatever reason, basically turning the tide. And people are seeing that and trying to create that in other places in which it wouldn't necessarily be. But
you say neo-slavery.
Not neo-slavery, though. It's nice and smooth.
You know what?
Smooth change. Jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle, jingle. Give us free Chicken George. All right. So,
you know what?
Anyway. I think, is that it? I think that's it.
That's it. Yeah. That's actually it. That's everything.
Yeah. So, all right, let's change gears here. So we're gonna just do a little switcheroo. So before we do that, we're gonna just do this. All right, so let's get into it.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that?
Oof, I had to take a strong little shot for that one. All right.
Maybe you need to make it longer as you get the twist off of it to take a hit.
I did. It just burned up.
Yeah, you needed it for this weekend. It was so much shit.
Oh my gosh, it was a lot that I didn't even pay attention to. So if I'm missing something, please,
please fill us in. Because there is so much. We only have pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah,
and it's a big ass puzzle.
There's a lot of shit. A lot of shit. So, where to begin? The Odd Couple. I'll go with what I observed. The Odd Couple, and that being Jay Wilson and Timothy Blaine. At it again. At some point, I guess they try to have a civil conversation, or it starts to be civil, and then it goes left. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a bunch of old men just going back and forth yelling.
I don't know. You know what I always say? Fuck it out.
Yeah. Something. It's like, what is it? It's something.
Just keep coming back for more.
Yeah, it's something there. It's got to be something there. It's not past the pork chop. Child, speaking of
pork, there's a lot of pork.
There's a lot of pork. I've never had hog head cheese. I don't know what that is. I don't eat beef.
You never had hog head?
No, I don't eat beef or pork. Never had hog head cheese. Head from a hog. No, I don't. But my God, that screenshot of them turkey sausages on the back of that man's neck, I said, good God, Jesus. Yeah. I'm gonna need. How can I say this the most nicest way?
You say no swine?
Yes, no time for the swine. People spend a lot of time.
Very true.
Here. A lot of time on here. And note that diabetes is real, and it can take your limbs away. The sugars is real. Diabetes, all that is very real. Hypertension, high blood pressure. And it doesn't mean just because, I may be slender that, us skinny folks too could get it, but it's just.
We're forgetting one real important one, the stupids. Okay, the stupids.
Yeah, well, that. Some people can't help it. They just naturally stupid.
Well, when you come in and you're already infested and everything else.
Some people can't help it. But
you're just spreading it.
Yeah. But yeah, there's other things we could be doing. Other things we really could be doing. Like that. I mean, I get it. Everybody, get it how you get it, I guess, if that's what you want to do, if that's going to make money for you. But at the end of the day, what do you look like? This is what I don't understand. It's like I get it to an extent, but overkill for me is just like you start to look ridiculous. You really start to look ridiculous. They don't do that amongst themselves. They don't do that. They don't go for hours and hours on end back and forth with each other. Like it was ridiculous. After a while, it was like, oh, right, you are the same people. And that's for both of them. There should be imparting wisdom on a lot of these young brothers and sisters with what they've gone through, be it scholastically or criminally. You should be encouraging folks and doing other things. Like this back and forth shit is just like, fucking get it over with if that's what you want to do, because this is getting a bit much. Like it's overkill. It really is overkill. Any thoughts on that?
I'm selective
Okay.
about who I gain my knowledge from.
Right. But I mean, that part is true, yes. But we can all learn from each other. there's something we can all learn from each other. So I think that when we go to such extremes to quote unquote entertain each other, we wind up looking like the fools or the buffoons or the Jimbos or whatever, the Sambos that we quickly are up in arms. Huh?
That's just somebody's bows.
Right. Or we quickly up
Jim
in
or
arms,
Sam.
whomever. And it looks ridiculous. It really does. And it's like, instead of you worrying about, calorie counting, you doing this dumb shit. That's just ridiculous. And this one over here about to have a stroke, yelling at you. Like, calm the fuck down for you to stroke out.
That I never really understood. Somebody takes you to that level. At home. You're at home.
How?
Sitting in your mausoleum and somebody's stroking you out.
You can't even get it. You can't even get to him. But you over here hollering and screaming and stroking out for what?
Oh, but let me tell you, them motherfuckers got together, be thunder and lightning and cracks a mess.
Right. But I will say,
there be a licking and a laughing and a relaxing.
And a re-licking and relaxing.
And a re-licking.
In the words of Sundown. But I will say, I was very much in shock and awe to realize that he had an Egyptian bus in his house. I thought it was just white European people, but it was very interesting to see he had a Nefertiti bus up in the corner when he was doing his whole little tour of his box. Yeah, he had a little Nefertiti little thing in there. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, all that, and you got all this other European Greek goddess god shit up in there.
Yeah.
And you got the one Egyptian thing, but great, good for you.
Looking like an old white woman's house.
Yeah. Look like that old white lady that did that shit.
I would expect them to have a whole bunch of statues of naked men's.
Yeah, a whole lot of Davids, a whole lot of statues of Davids.
Yeah, little dick statues, right?
Little dick statues. Just dicks everywhere. Dicks everywhere. Yeah. That is true. I could see that. Like white porcelain.
Yeah, I would expect that. I would have expected.
That's what I said. I was surprised to see a Nefertiti bus in there. I was like, get out of here.
Well, they do have them at the flea market.
I think this is beautiful. But anyway, moving right along.
Get them in black.
From that to Jay Dunn screenshotting some pictures of Bree in her house garment. Yeah, I'm gonna just need y'all to all I say is this: present yourself well. You present yourself well, you don't have to worry about somebody taking a screenshot of you in your most not flattering kind of thing. Just make sure.
Just in case you have an oops.
Yes, just make sure. Just in case you have an oops, just make sure that everything is on par, so that way you don't. There's no reason, and there's nothing wrong with being comfortable in your own house. You know, you do what you want. That's as comfortable as comfortable. But if you know you're going to be on camera, you might want to leave the comfortable stuff for off camera.
And put on some drawers, because if you stand up and you show me all that shit, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh Lord Jesus. Yeah, so moving right along from that. What I did catch, this Sir King and Mama D situation. All right. Now people are saying like elderly abuse and he's abusing the elderly. I don't know. Can't say. I wasn't there. I don't know anything about it. But I will say this. Yes, because it is out there. It is commentary. And this is my 2 cents from whomever who's willing to listen. That's her damn money. If she wanted to give it to him, she gave it to him. That's her business. I don't think it was elder abuse because at any point she didn't want to give it to him. She shouldn't have gave it to him.
Now, this was a loan, correct? This was a loan, correct?
That was
for repair.
That was a loan, from what I was told. From what I heard, rather. I didn't even say told because I wasn't told shit. But I heard that was a loan, but the other, like, she started saying that she gave him this and she gave him that, she gave him this, she gave him that. Now, for an older person, I found that to be a bit like, only because my mother's always taught me something, and and it stuck with me to where in which I do it to people. If you're going to give something and talk about it or talk about you giving it, then you shouldn't give it, because that means you don't have it to give.
Mm-hmm.
And that's point blank and period. And if you are on a fixed income, then what are you doing giving all of your goddamn fixed income to a grown-ass man? Whether he can work or not, whether he's unemployed or not, whatever his situation is, that's his situation. That is his situation. And it's not for you to support him. So you were supporting him for whatever reason that you felt you needed to support him. So then let it be that. But for you to then turn around once things, and I get it. People may not like the things, or the way direction people are moving, and they want to discontinue their support. That is fine. You have every right to do just that. You have every right to do that. However, to then do that and then go on a press tour to the same folks that you already know don't like the man, you know what I'm saying? So now you're going to spill your tea or your knowledge on whatever y'all been having this back and forth over these consecutive months. So now you have all this to say. And yeah, people are going to listen because the people don't like him. And I'm not caping for him. I'm just looking the situation as it is what it is. They don't like him. So of course they're going to listen to everything you said. Just like when Tracy D and Five broke up. Everybody was opening the door talking about Tracy D, do an interview, Tracy D, interview. And everybody was willing to listen. Why? Because people don't like Five, so they're going to listen to what Tracy D has to say. The same situation. So please don't think that, people are opening their arms to you because they're so caring about what you've been through, because that's bullshit. All they want to know is what do you know about him that we don't know, so we can.
Oh yeah, because you are the holder of secrets.
That's it, because you are the quote unquote beholder of secrets.
And she should have just walked away.
That's it. That's it.
When you gave him that, you should have considered it a gift.
That's it. And
like
just
anything.
But if you didn't have it to give because you're on a fixed income, then you shouldn't have gave it. And that's the point blank and the period. Let him figure that out himself.
But you know what? But this is very easy to figure out. Just pull up the Cash Apps or whatever.
That's it. Right. Everything. But that's the thing. Everything has a record. But I noticed that about people. They're quick to say things and create this whatever story. And it's like, but the facts are actually out there if you care to really look for them. They're out there. Hey, what's going on? No, you're not super late. You're right on time.
Hey, Queen Diva. Hey, Pink. I had to wait for him to get finished in between. I had to jump in there.
You know what?
Because he's on a roll. I don't want to fuck up your thoughts.
No. Go ahead. Your thought.
Oh, did you say my thoughts?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh. No, if it was a gift, if it's a gift, it's a gift. But I mean, but if she didn't have it, if she didn't have it, or or if he knew what her living situation is, where her money doesn't flow like that, I would have just not accepted.
Yeah, right. That too. It plays both sides. It's like, granted, people are free to get.
But I thought they were all. Whenever I've seen them interact, I always thought it was all love.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, and that's the part that kicked me too. Like when she was over Miss Non-Blessed Watkins, she talked about, because I don't do that fake phony hop on the bandwagon bullshit when she tried that with me because of that whole situation of Brianna's, which wasn't true, which we cleared up. She jumped on the bandwagon with that. I don't do bandwagon people. Know somebody for yourself before you start opening your mouth on them. I think that's stupid. So yeah, you will be forever unblessed with me. So she got over there and apologized for saying stuff about Bless Watkins when she was with Sir King. But Sir King didn't make you say those things. You said those things because you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we getting to this place where I'm a backtrack because of all this and all that? It's just ridiculous. It's really like, You too old. You too old for that. Like, you're really too old for that. You chose to do it, so you're better lying in it. If it's, if it is what it is. And granted, I'm not saying everybody, because everybody's probably done some, had some part to play or done some wrong in the whole entire situation. But to do things for people and then you quickly turn around and you want, once things go sour, it's all spill the beans. It's a bunch of bullshit for me. It really is bullshit for me, and they can keep it.
Yeah, but to take a tour.
Yeah, you on a press tour. Like, these people care about you. Oh,
because as soon as they're tired of hearing about it, it's on to the next.
He's taking advantage. He's taking advantage now. On the other end,
he forced your little fingers to press that app on your phone.
Right.
And you for you to scroll on down.
Yeah.
And he's probably a couple thousand miles away, but he did all that shit. That's a good ass motherfucker. That motherfucker, I know he's probably
that's crazy.
He's probably one of those Marvel superheroes and shit. Right. Be able to use his mind meld skills
right to get
on that.
Now, I will say
some people just need to stop.
Right. Now, a lot of people have also said that this is his karma, so to speak, for the things that he's done to other content creators who tried to support him or whatever on his journey of making the 1,000 and all this other kind of stuff. I mean, people always say that. And to my theory with that is people are going to support who they support, regardless if you back them or not. If they find the person to be entertaining, then they will gravitate to that person. It really don't have nothing to do with
it's personal preference. That's all.
Somebody else backing them or supporting them that hype them up to where everybody's like, oh, let me go take a look at so-and-so. Everybody was trying to figure out, well, who's this avatar that won't show his face? And then he's like, well, I'll show my face when I get to 1,000. So he didn't show his face. Okay, oh well. Like, okay, moving right along. So he didn't show his face. All right, cool. He said he was, but he didn't. There's plenty of other things that other people have done and you've looked the other way and moves right along. So that would be the same thing. Move it right along. Other than that, I just don't. Granted, everybody has a right to their opinion, but to make it seem like somebody was taking advantage of somebody, honey, she had every right to hit that Cash App thing and send or not to send. Whether she was in a fixed income or not, that is her business. She knows that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I get it. You wanted to help and support or whatever, but at the end of the day, he is a man. He's a man, not your husband, not your child. He is a grown-ass man, a stranger.
Yeah. Maybe he ain't want no pudding.
Right. All intents and purposes.
He ain't want no tapioca. Everybody don't like tapioca. I don't want that stuff. It's the peach cobbler. I don't know,
Oh God! I wasn't even gonna say that, but yeah,
because sometimes it get caught.
Right.
I don't want that all the time. No.
A lot of time, she came on Jay Wilson's platform saying Awesome Ace parents made him delete his YouTube account. But why would why would he be that young to where he
being over here with these people?
It doesn't even make sense. Like, stuff just don't add up. Like, if he's old enough, first of all, the question is, how would you know him? How would she know him? And be so close and in tied with him. And if that's the case, and if she did know him that close, see, this is where stuff like make you go, right? Just real quick. If she did know him, right, Awesome Ace, and Awesome Ace is a young man, right, hypothetically speaking, then why could you not go to that young man to help you figure out how to work Instagram and all those other applications that you were going to ask Sir King? And if he's 25, 26, 27 years old and his parents had to have him get off, is he special? Is he on the bus?
I don't know. We do have attempted murderers. We got a little bit of everything out this.
Yeah, we do have a few on the bus, but I'm just saying that just don't make any sense. She said he's a college student. Well, what college? Clown? Because I don't see it. It don't make sense.
Depends on the day. Yeah,
it don't make sense to me.
I don't know. They be tossing back.
It don't add up.
You know, Fridays are tight.
It don't add up. It really don't make sense. It's like these people say things and then they don't expect people to question the stuff that they say, but the stuff that they say don't make sense. That does not add up. Nobody's 26, 27 years old and their parents have to make them delete their YouTube account. Who? That man is old enough to have his own insurance plan.
No, if it was that bad, all they had to do was turn off that damn Wi-Fi.
That's what I'm saying. Come off the damn Wi-Fi. I don't understand it. It don't make sense. It don't add up.
Look.
It don't add up. And again, if he's 26, 27 years old, then why didn't you contact him to have him help you maneuver through social media and not Sir King? It just don't make sense. And then you got people jumping on panels talking shit.
He can't keep his race straight.
Talking
shit.
He can't keep his race straight.
Yeah, you know that is an issue.
But then you got people talking on panels who's done the same shit, acting like they haven't finagled some money out of some people. You got that doofus over there acting like he never finagled money out of supporters for his child. But you ain't never seen the evidence of this money that he's asked for his child to get these certain objects. You never have anybody seen it?
Oh, was that Nola?
No. Oh, yeah, that
Ken Nola. Is that? I mean, are there many of them? I don't know.
I mean, rats come in packs. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm just like, help me understand. But we quick to jump on somebody or something, act like these same people that accuse this other person of stealing or taking has not done the same damn thing. You have people who talking about they leaving YouTube and they jump right back on the shit to talk about this shit. But when they, long before they was changed and God changed their heart, they was doing the same shit. They scammed somebody out of $100 and didn't pay it back till they got scammed and got pulled up by the person who runs the Mess Express to basically cough up that lady's money that you stole. Do we not recall that? So, I mean, people have taken from other people. This is not new, you know. Granted, I'm not necessarily saying he took from her. I'm just saying, if we're going to sit here and create this narrative that he stole from her, some of y'all motherfuckers have stolen from some people too. So don't get it twisted. Y'all do it too.
Y'all got some schemes out this bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be scheming out the ass. But anyway, that's that.
Hey, Lemon, how you doing, man?
What's going on, Lemon? Sorry, I saw you earlier, but I was in my space. Yeah, that's that about that. And two, other people are gonna have opinions, and some people like to utilize this as their time to say whatever it is they want to say. Yeah, whatever. It's just like, okay, great.
Yeah, well, they fall out like roaches crawling from behind pictures. Yes.
Like, I used to have your back. I used to support you, and then he did everybody who supported him dirty. Who did he do? Now, granted, there are some people that he may have, have fallen out with. I don't know, but the people that doing the most talking about the falling out, where I don't see it. Where I don't see it because he didn't move the way you wanted him to move. Because he decided to do something in honor of somebody else, but because your friend didn't like it, you felt to back your friend.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
You're a whole clown. You're a whole clown for that because that wasn't even deserving of that. But because he didn't like, because he got flushed down a make-believe toilet.
Okay.
His feelings was hurt. You hurt the gorilla's feelings by flushing him down the toilet. So then now every time somebody goes over there that's associated with him, you can't do that. So that's exactly how that happened. That's what I'm saying. It's like you sitting up here making sure you're protecting the feelings of one person. So you just go after this person because of that one person. Get the fuck out of here. If y'all don't grow the fuck up, It's ridiculous how people act on this thing. But anyway, I digress. What else was it that was on the tip of my thought process with that one? Oh, this Kimmy and the Secret Society of the Eastern Stars and Masons and all that other stuff. Coming from a long family line of men and some of the women in my family being Masons and Eastern Stars, that's not something you talk about. Either you know, or you don't. So the fact that it is even talked about on here is a problem. But whomever is that person's inside to find out who so-and-so is ridiculous. If it is the person that's said to be said, Big Velma, I don't. Good luck. If it's not, I would hope it's not. But if it is, I don't know. I just find it to be ironically funny because that's kind of sort of the same thing you did before. You met me, then you ran to go tell that one that you met me and what you experienced. That was funny. So it falls along those lines, but excuse me, it falls along those lines, but I don't know. I'll hold off my judgment till if any other news comes out. But I will say just that, and I'll reiterate it again. That kind of information from those things are not to be said. You either know it or you don't. So the fact that it's being said is already a no-no. So I probably would advise even the person who thinks he's getting the details or the intel on certain individuals who may be involved in set situations to watch your own steps, because they don't play about this type of stuff at all. It's a totally different caliber. So I would just, I wouldn't even play with that. You might want to play, you could play with them Divine Nines a little bit more better than you could play with the other stuff. I wouldn't go there. I just wouldn't touch it. Yeah. So on that note, moving right along from there, let's see. I think that was it on my end. If I forgot something. No, I think, oh, yes. Talk to me with Bryant with his situation in the gym. I've never been in a sauna. That's just not a place that I go. I just don't go.
What is this, a co-ed sauna?
Yeah.
No, we never.
Well, because it's not usually just, normally it is a male sauna and a female sauna. Usually they're different saunas because sometimes the men are half clothed or not.
Oh, yeah, you're naked.
But
you're naked. All you have is a towel.
But I think that's a Planet Fitness type
deal. Okay, then that's why it's co-ed. Okay, because I'm like, when he was saying that, I was like, why is she in there in the first place?
Right, why is she in the first place? That was my thought process too. But then I figured it's probably like.
But see, nowadays you never know. Oh, she.
Yeah, that too. I mean,
what does she have? Oh my God,
them titties did look a little muscular, but I'm just saying. I digress.
Yeah, but what's below the waist? You know, you gotta be careful.
Right. So long story short, he goes to, he was in the sauna, he left, he came back in, there were some other individuals in there, and he claimed that one of the individuals allegedly smelled like cigarettes. So he then proceeded to open his bag and spray inside, or spray himself with whatever smell goods he had in his bag. The lady was upset, said, why the fuck did you spray that? And he proceeded to be like, what? Who are you talking to? And from him doing that, the gentleman in there who was smelling like cigarette smoke bumped him, allegedly, as he says. And then he proceeded to be like, oh, yeah, okay, bitch. Yeah, I'll be all your faggots. But I got this faggot in my bag here that can handle you. And he didn't say that. I was paraphrasing. And the dude proceeded to leave the sauna. And he just kept pointing the camera at the lady, like she started all this. And everyone's like, oh, see, he's losing it in public. He's losing it in public. One, granted, yes, losing a loved one can cause many people to do different things. Everybody handles grief differently. But taking that out of the picture, right? Nobody still has the right to invade anybody's private space. If I don't like the smell of something, I don't like the smell. If it smells like shit, it smells like shit. If I want to spray something, I want to spray it. I'm going to spray it. You know, you can't tell me I can't spray it. You may not like what it smelled like, granted, but you can't tell me I can't spray it. And then for the man to judge him as he did was violating his space. I mean, plain and simple. And the only time the man took a step back and walked out was when he realized dude was grabbing his bag. Now, what he was grabbing for, I don't know. But I just think, first of all, the sauna itself should probably smell like hot, sweaty balls and vagina because it's hot and sweaty in there.
Well, so maybe that's why we have co-ed. That's why we had co-ed, because I don't want to smell any hot, sweaty vagina.
I don't. Boiling fish, I don't know if I want to smell that.
So there's certain protocols when you're using, and we still in a pandemic. That's the thing that gets me. You're sitting in there with you sitting there with people that you don't know. It's not like you're sitting there with your friends.
This is what I'm saying. First of all, there ain't no bigot in a minute. Everybody in there looked like they was a healthy size. Okay, and yeah, what are we all doing?
And this is Planet Fitness.
It's a pandemic.
Let me say it. Niggas. Okay? That's all.
Well, no, there was a wigger in there.
It was? Wiggers.
He was like, I think that's enough. I think you got your point across, sir. I think you got your point across.
Oh no, he was smart. He should have got the fuck out of there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who wants to sit there and smell boiled fish? Like, it probably smelled like boiled fish and tilapia in there. Like, nobody.
But if she was sitting in the sauna like that.
But she was sitting in the sauna, gates open.
Yeah, but she had her workout gear on.
Yeah, she did. Everybody did. The man that pushed Brian had that foil, the foil wrap thing, foil shirt.
You usually take a shower. You shower off, then you go in the sauna to sweat out. You don't go in there with your.
You don't go in there with your funk. Yes.
Niggers.
Yeah.
Wiggers. But yeah, because when I saw the pictures, like, why is she sitting there with her workout gear on?
Yeah, they all were. They all were in there with them.
You know what? Nah, I wouldn't have to. But you gotta remember where you are, and there's just certain things, certain rules, and that go along with using that kind of facility.
Yeah,
the women should have their own separate one.
Yeah,
she shouldn't have been there in the first place, because the men would have just went in there. He either would have picked them up, or they would have just sat there, sweated out, and went on about their business.
But it's too small. It would have been too small. I can't even get the words out for an altercation. Like, that's how tiny it looked. So
I was going to say it looked tight.
Yeah. So the point of the matter, for her to even, why would you spray that in there, bitch? I'm sure it smells worse than that in here with all of you people just sitting in here, funky as hell. Y'all just finished working out, then y'all set y'all funky asses from workout in the sauna to sweat some more, and then do Because half of y'all motherfuckers ain't even showered.
Rona was breathing like a motherfucker.
I feel bad for the person that's got to go in there and spray that shit. Spray it down. Oh, goodness gracious. And the temperature's got to be like, what, 100 and plus?
Yeah, 100 and something. Yeah, and humid,
I don't know.
That was strange, but he was pissed. I tell you that much. I was like, "What is he talking about?" Okay.
And then, of course, others had to jump in and kind of make their change. Which, I mean, whatever. It's like, find something else to do. Every time somebody has something, you jumping on it because it's quote unquote commentary. But it's funny when it's about you. You don't have nothing to talk about. You don't even want to talk about it about your own self. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's funny, that I find it funny about people on here, that when it's about them, when they are the ones, there's no commentary to be had. None whatsoever. No 5 and 6 lives, no nothing. They barely even want to talk about it. But the minute it's about somebody else, oh, it's on and popping. Oh, it's commentary. Oh, this commentary. Oh, this commentary. Oh, this commentary. But your shit's commentary too. Your shit is commentary too, and the people want to know just as much as you want to know. The people want to know too about your situations.
Mm-hmm.
So just be mindful when you ready to throw up 5 and 6 lies. When somebody throws up 5 and 6 lies about you, and you get in your feelings, no, you know what that feels like. That's it. I mean, it's cool. We can all have opinions. That's what we're here for. We're here to give opinions on the stuff we see. Cool, I get it. But at the same time, when you going so hard because you feel like, oh, this person, just deserves. He's getting what he deserves. How do you know? When did you become God to give people what they deserve and what they don't deserve? Because we still trying to figure out what happened to your thing. Because, yeah, I mean, not that I watch, but things is changing on your side. So, I mean, ain't nobody talking about that. I know all around here is getting huge. I'm just saying, there's no more cheekbones, there's no neck, there's no nothing. All this has just become one with the flesh. I'm just like, God damn, I saw that the other day. I was like, woo, somebody's stressing. Somebody's really stressing.
Yeah, let me tell you one thing about the gym and exercising and all that stuff. You always have your influx of people that run in as soon as the weather breaks. They'll be gone in 4 weeks.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? It's the same thing with New Year's when people make New Year's resolution. The gym be packed with motherfuckers. Come February 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, it starts.
Right. They all jumping around and doing that. And you watch them do all the shit all wrong, and it's like, oh, these motherfuckers about to drop a weight on their neck, okay? And they doing all this shit wrong, and they gonna or you get the ones the wannabe gym rats that want to tell you how to do whatever it is that you're doing, and you're not even doing it. They'll be gone in 4 weeks.
Yeah,
they'll be gone in 4 weeks.
So, and just be mindful. Like, people are going through a lot, and you don't really know what people are going through. So when we sit here to try and pick fun or think shit is funny because a particular situation had happened, there's nothing funny about that because that could have gone a whole lot of ways. We'd be talking a different story. So, just be mindful. Be mindful.
And there'll be another one on the 11 o'clock news. It's like, yeah, remember they was on the YouTube too.
Right. So just be mindful. Was there something else that popped in my head real quick? No, I think that was about it. Unless I'm forgetting something.
Did Rico move from New York?
Yes. Rico. No, not that. He's back in New York.
Oh, it's just that he had some stuff in storage, correct?
Yeah. Now, okay. To the person who I never knew that you could really do move stuff like that on a Greyhound bus.
Oh yeah. What I tell you? You thought I was lying. Did you see my comments when we was over at Melissa's?
I'm not saying.
And I said I've seen whole families move the damn house through the alley, man. I just seen the motherfuckers walk the furniture through the alley.
I did not know that.
A couple of blocks over. Yep.
I did not know that, but I don't know. Again, I will say this. I think at this point you like the attention, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. You like the attention that you get, so that's why you continue to do what you do. Because it doesn't make
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, because it doesn't make
any sense. But he still has his place, correct? Where he's been staying at.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's as long as I thought he had been misplaced again.
Yeah. No, he is. Sorry, he is resourceful. I'll give him that. He's resourceful, but at the same time, it's just I don't understand why you do what you do. I mean, I do, but just don't.
I don't.
No, I mean, I'm being sarcastic when I say that, but I just because it's no point. I just realized at this point you enjoy it. You like the attention. Mm-hmm. You like the attention, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's the attention that you crave, and you crave the attention from people who really don't give a shit about you. And granted, some of the stuff that they may be saying may have some truth to it, but I mean, who would you rather hear it from?
Yeah, because that's the hardest thing. When you even like we're talking, you're never going to get the 100% correct story,
right?
Because it's something always added to it or taken away from it. You have to go to the actual source. So whenever I hear stuff like that, I just kind of take it with a grain of salt, because everybody's going to tell their version of it.
Yeah.
And if they don't particularly care for you, they're going to add whatever it is they're going to add to it.
Right. Whatever kind of little jazz to it. Oh, speaking of jazz, lastly, this Rico the Brat and the list of people.
I was going to say he's kind of running down the whole goddamn neighborhood, ain't he?
Yeah, the list of folks. I don't know what happened, when it happened. I don't know. We're cool. So my suggestion to you would be, and this is the same thing, and I would say in private for those of you who try to be like, oh, he's saying that. Digress, because I don't know what it is, but it's really not worth it. And that's on both people's end, because one, you don't ever know what people or who people have in the background of them. We just think that, the people that we see are just their representatives and that's it. We don't know. So all this kind of threatening folks or threatening to meet folks or be in folks' situations and all that kind of stuff, stop that, because that could not turn out so good for either person. And if you do have a grievance with anyone, if you can't talk it out to at least have an understanding to, okay, you see me, we see each other, and go our separate ways, then need not to speak on it, because it don't look cool. Like, it don't look cool. And I don't know if this is a numbers thing, or I don't know what it is, but it just looks very disjointed. It just looks very disjointed. And that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, like going after people like Melissa and Miss Tita, it's like, what are you doing? Wonky Pro, I mean, that's more your age range. You know what I'm saying? So in that, I don't really get involved or even care to like understand what the issue is, because that's your peer in a sense. So it's like, you're going to have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, but if one arise, I wouldn't feel some type of way. But I do feel some type of way when there's issues that arise with Miss Tita or Melissa. And, and not for nothing, they can handle their own, which that part I'm not even.
Oh, Lord knows.
I'm not even getting into.
When you hear that women curse.
Right. But as a young person of color, who have grandparents and a mother and all that, hold off on all of the extra, And granted, some old people do deserve it sometimes, but this ain't one of them.
It depends on the old person.
Yeah, this ain't one of them situations. Because truthfully, no, I don't even see it. I really don't. See it. So whatever it is, I hope you can find it in your heart to just kind of nip it and keep it to yourself. In regards to them. Now with Juan, that's your age demographic. I don't even know what's going on with there, but I still think that that's a bit, I'm confused. So I'm not even touching it. But again, that's your age demographic.
Yeah, you see I'm sitting here quiet because I'm
right. That's the difference. But the older ones, I don't get it. I really don't. Now, if I missed something, then truly, by all means, enlighten me on what I missed. But I just don't.
I don't have the whole. I don't have the whole story. I don't even have 75% of the story, so it's best just to leave it be.
Yeah, I don't think it warrants any of that at all. It's just when you think about it, you have grandparents, you have You know, would you want somebody sitting up online talking to your mother like that, talking to your grandmother like that? How would you feel? And just on that alone, just fall back. That's it. Continue to do what you was doing and just choose to ignore. Because the way it's going, it really, it looks like what? And I wouldn't be myself if I didn't at least mention that, which I've also said to you personally. So I don't, you know, there's no hidden mirrors here and nothing to be like, oh, he's being shady. It's, that seems to be the narrative too.
Yeah, or just walk away. It's just easier.
Yeah, I mean,
it is. You can always use those ghosting skills.
Right. And it is what it is. I just.
Hey, Babsador, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Thank you for coming to the chat. Sorry if we missed anybody. Everybody up in the bushes. I'm sorry, we don't do bushes. Yeah. We don't do bushes here. We do the balcony.
Hey,
now, what y'all do in the balcony is your business, because you know it is getting warm. It is getting warm.
I have a custodial staff that comes and cleans the balcony.
Well, I hope so. I hope it's not anything like the park. I've been going down the park, man. God damn, I'm hopscotching over rubber. It's like nothing. No. It's ridiculous. Weather break.
At least you hopscotching over rubber. That's a good sign. At least people are protecting themselves.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can say. I never seen so many. They couldn't wait.
Right.
Be out there in that open air.
They was out there.
And take the mask off. They were out there.
Yeah, they were out there. Sir, they was out there in the cold. Don't let them fool you.
Oh yeah, you know that. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I never understood it. And I told you how it is down here at Druid Hill Park.
I heard about
in this city. It's like what, 200 feet from the K9 division of the police department. These motherfuckers wearing it out.
The balcony sounds too gross for you. Oh no, it's not.
I know. You know, when you used to go to the movies, your damn shoes probably stick to the floor. It's all slippery.
Go to the movies and your foot be sliding and shit.
Sliding? That ain't butter.
Totally disgusting. No way. I'm not with you. So anyway, other than that, I think that's all I have for you beautiful Black people. Any shows or anything that I've missed, feel free. This is your time. Pop it in the comment section, or you can pop on. You don't necessarily have to show your face, but if there's any little tidbits or anything anybody wants to add, you are welcome to do so. Other than that, I haven't watched anything new. No. Have I? You stay in the clouds.
Like to sit up high. You lift your feet up off the floor.
That's crazy.
Let me see. I watched Ambulance. I told you
about
that one, right?
Yeah, I did watch Ambulance.
Okay. That was pretty good. I was surprised.
It was pretty good. Although,
but what's the guy's name? The director, Michael Bay.
Yeah,
he did the Transformers, and that's what it kind of gave me, that Transformer feel.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting for a car or something to to change up.
He does that a lot, like that same kind of like everything spinning kind of transformative thing in his screenshots. I've noticed. Like when he's.
Let's see. Babs was saying, have you been keeping up with the Johnny Depp trial?
No, I haven't. So please throw some knowledge on me. I mean, I know he was.
This is his ex-wife or somebody?
Yeah, this is his ex-wife.
Were they trying to get more money or something?
Yeah, that and some other things, I think. This is through a divorce thing, but I think she's basically trying to say that he, was abusive to her and all these things. But they do have if I'm not mistaken, I did see somewhere where they did have some sort of recording of him destroying some stuff, but it had nothing to do, like it wasn't her, like it was just him destroying stuff, I guess, in an argument or a fit. But again, it's just, I guess, to paint that narrative that he's abusive and all this other type mess.
Yeah. Because I know they were showing pictures of his, I guess, where she supposedly cut him or something.
Right. I mean, he looked a little,
Well, he's always come across as being off, so.
Yeah. Right. Very much Edward Scissorhand-ish.
Yeah.
To me.
He never seemed stable.
Yeah.
Ever since, was it 21 Jump Street? And he started doing movie roles. His characters just seemed too normal and too easy for him to portray.
Definitely before that for me. It was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now what is this thing about Viola Davis? She's portraying Michelle Obama with these lips. Yeah. I did see these pictures, but I haven't seen the show.
Oh, well, because it's a miniseries. It's called First Ladies. So the first one, of course, is Eleanor Roosevelt. They haven't gotten to Michelle Obama yet, but she's supposed to play Michelle Obama.
Well, they were showing some of the pictures, and her face was like, "What is she doing? Did she have a stroke?"
Well, no, they had the.
Oh, well, yeah. First, the penciled-in eyebrows.
Well, when Michelle first started, she had the very thin eyebrows and always looked.
Were they thin, or did she just shave them off and drew lines across her face?
I have no idea. I don't know, but
you say, "Hey, Pastor Nate, how you doing?"
Who was pooping in bed?
Don't tell me Johnny Depp and his nasty ass. What's Lamar Odom? Him and Lamar Odom.
Oh goddamn! Right, him and Lamar Odom.
Poop Patrol.
Same kind of flatulence problem.
Oh, they ain't.
Goddamn! Hey,
sound like loose booty.
Right. What's going on, Pastor Nate?
Now look, when we were over at Melissa's Saturday, and we were talking about loose walls.
Oh, not loose walls. You know what? Oh, speaking of loose walls, where is Mr. Raymond? Where is he? Where is he? He had all that shit to say before, all that shit to say to expose. Now all of a sudden he quiet as a church mouse. So I say, y'all give these people too much power and too much gusto because they full of shit. They're full of shit. He knew the whole time he liked Rico. He was just mad Rico didn't want his pork chop dinner when he cooked it.
He want that kind of pork.
Well, he got the pork he wanted. Oh, just disgusting. I'm getting on her about those
lip movements. Yeah, the lips. I mean, it's like her face all squunched up, and it's just it's overly done.
Oh, is it? Oh, no.
Yeah,
I gotta see it. But yeah, she said Black Twitter has been going ham on her about those pictures. But I'm ready to see what the series is giving, so I can truly get a sense of like, okay, no, that wasn't.
Bab said, if I make you a pork, yeah, the shit high. Make you a pork chop, you better eat it. Yeah.
I get it. But then if I don't eat it, you're gonna go on YouTube and blast me out, though.
Yeah. But we forgot to ask what were the sides.
I don't even care what the entree was. Okay.
I don't know. Was Mr. Raymond up there frying pork chops in his drawers?
Oh.
Look, that old man thought that he was gonna get something.
Okay, and that's fine.
That he was going to.
And that's fine. And his feelings was hurt when he did. Yeah, his feelings was hurt when he did not. I get it, but okay. But you still keep in contact with the young man. So after you trash him, you still keep in contact with him. So what was the point of trashing him then? That's the
first of all, he should not have approached him like that because that he is in a vulnerable position. And Mr. Raymond was just taking advantage of it.
Obviously,
that's all it was. But you know how these.
That's how you get it. We all watch To Be a Predator. That's how the play.
I was going to say, you know how they are. They take advantage at your weakest.
They know your weakness, so they prey on that. And they preying on that for the longest. So instead of acting like he's such the victim as people always do in these cases. Oh, he's a victim. Oh, he's a victim. He ain't no goddamn victim. He's just as much as the goddamn predator as the other person is. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, grooming them up for it.
Ain't nobody innocent in this shit. Just as bad.
Now, granted, these are grown men of various ages, and he was going to take advantage of them.
Right.
Now, if it was a transactional deal, the only thing he should have asked for from Rico was a receipt. When you done, here's your receipt. See if I can claim it on my taxes. They don't let me take anything else.
Cash App gives you a receipt.
That's right. And that's what it should have been. It should have been that type of thing.
Venmo, Cash App.
Now, if Rico thought that he could find himself a free place to stay, that's a dumb idea too, because you wear your welcome out real quick. Motherfuckers, you know how motherfuckers come to stay at your house, and it doesn't take long for them to wear it out.
Right. Or
after a week, it's like, where are you going now?
Right. Yeah. So just
you thought you were gonna say summertime coming. You should have hit me up in the fall.
Or you try to sit up there and invite somebody over, and he gets feeling his feelings.
Because you don't have free run. You can't be running through people's houses like that.
Yeah. So
you say mad days are the worst.
Oh yeah, real quick too. There was this guy called Big Sexy. I follow him on YouTube, but I didn't know. I mean, not YouTube, Instagram. But I didn't really know who he was. Like, I know people see him in public and be like, oh, da, da, da. But he's like, I don't want to say motivational speaker because I don't really know what he does. But he's popular. And apparently his boyfriend that he was with, they broke up. And then the boyfriend started talking about how the dude wears shitty drawers. And there was this whole big thing about him not washing his ass, and he feeling like he don't have to wash his ass, and that you'd be lying if you said you don't go a day without washing your ass.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So then, because Armand was talking about it, and that's Armand Wiggins, that he tried to call Armand to the carpet on Instagram. So Armand finally came on Instagram, and then he's like holding up the drawers, like, these the drawers you're talking about? And I mean, they had big old, and I don't know if it was fake or whatever it was, but it looked very much like that's still nasty, even if it was fake. The boyfriend nasty too, right?
Yeah, you're right. Because you know what? He was up in that ass.
Right, exactly. But that is my point.
He was up
about all this stuff. When people be the first ones to go tell the shit, you was a part of the shit in the first place. So why now you gonna start talking about shit? So he, they go back and forth, and of course, when you're on somebody else's platform, they kind of, you invited him over here to talk and say his piece, and Armand is just walking around his studio, like showing all his plaques and stuff, just being mad dumb. And the dude's talking because he's calling him a little blogger, this, a little blogger that. And Armand is just like smiling.
Just walking around.
And then he finally gets to talk. He's just like, well, I'm just saying, it's out here. So I just wanted to know, do you wash your ass and blah, 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 blah. And do you wind up cutting him off and not letting him speak and knocking him off the platform? So I was just like, okay, but you still ain't answered the question. But I just thought the whole thing was a bit much. I mean, for someone who carries themselves very well put together, he puts the black shaky stuff in his head so you don't see the missing spaces. He's very much that, always giving dapper lady-ish kind of situations that, I wouldn't expect your drawers to be explosive like that. Like I just, or if they were
oversharing. That's why you wear underwear. They protect your clothing.
Right. Like who
But if his ass was nasty.
The boyfriend was saying like he stank and all this other kind of stuff, and he always shaking his ass everywhere. So it's like, who holds on to that? Who keeps that? If you don't throw them away, if you happen to have an accident, because accidents happen, you may have been overly drunk and missed the perfect. I don't know, but who keeps that?
But you gotta remember too, he must be a scorn lover. They only do that kind of shit, that petty, dumb shit.
Well, yeah, that too.
And then it could be exaggerated.
Right, that too for attention.
Yeah, you have to look at that. It's like, oh, he's mad. He's gone on about his business, and they're not together anymore.
Exactly, because that's just like what people do here. Come
because the first thing I'm gonna say, but you know what? You be the first one spreading those cheeks.
That's it. Come around the 22nd.
Putting it all.
Yeah. Tapioca.
Uh-huh.
But come after the 22nd, 23rd, everybody's fighting, all this other stuff. So
that's like when this weekend rolled around, I had to look at the calendar.
I already knew what it was. When I see certain folks having something to say or popping in people's chat, kind of antagonizing, I said, oh, it must be that time of the month.
Because it was popping up like wildfire everywhere. One over here, then something over there, something over there. Like, what is going on?
Right. Yeah. You can't be outside enjoying this good little decent weather we have if you
because that's where I've been. Get some sun, y'all. Get some sun.
Vitamin D.
I mean, real vitamin D.
Right. Some of y'all need them both.
But start with the sunshine. That shit's free and it's good for you. Make you happy.
Right. But anyway, that's all I got. I think. Oh, we didn't have any. Oh, well, you'll get some. The sun will come out tomorrow. But anyway, that's all I got.
What was I going to say? When are y'all gonna do another nightcap?
I don't know. I gotta get with Antonio, find out what he's
how's he been doing?
He's been all right.
Very good.
Just working. He's a
because he's got the promotion.
He's a big important man now, so he can't. We don't talk as much, but he's good. We'll get around to
his free time. I've been taking a break from the beach and Pape. Yeah, especially since the weather's breaking. I've been outside and got a few shades darker.
That's it. Well, I ain't doing that yet. Oh my gosh, everybody. Stop right now. I'm so busy. But yeah, I don't know. Just go outside, breathe in some air.
Yeah, get some air. Turn this shit off.
Right. Granted, you have a whole 2-3 weeks to make some more money. You don't get your check until the 22nd. You have weeks. Hit your quota. Don't try to hit your quota all at one time.
Woo. Now I know you saw that picture I sent you, right?
Which one?
But the hog head. The hog head.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
No, I just happened to. But when I first saw it, and I saw the one shot that's on the right, I was like, "Wow, that looked real familiar. Who is that?"
That's crazy. I said, "My God."
Yeah, when they get like that, you need to push back from the table.
Push back from the table.
That's like a whole nother face on the back part. You say, "What you got to say?" I don't know. Wow!
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, don't flip your sunshades on the back of your head.
I think
I've been sitting here for 15 minutes talking to you. I thought you was asleep.
Oh God, just crazy. You say he's a vegetarian. You can't.
You don't do beef sector, and stay that way too. Don't get caught up in the foolishness. If you come through stealth. That's how I am. You don't even know I'm here. Yeah. I slide through and I look, shake my head.
And if people happen to kind of push you into stuff, handle it the way you see fit to handle it, and then just leave it alone. Like, don't keep engaging with nonsense, because it is nonsense. Because at the end of the
whole back and forth,
the people show you who they are. And they really are those people. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how degreed they are, no matter what their profession, their true selves.
How do we know? You can print a lot of shit on a printer.
Their true selves show through this. So when they're doing stuff sneaking around, giving out other people's information and doing all kinds of, or meeting up with people just so they can give out information on others. That's the type of person you are. That's the type of person you are. And the person that you do your bidding for is no better. So, when people try to act like they're so much better or so much more elevated than this, and yet they do the stuff that they do, you got to really look at them with the side eye and wonder, like, are you really better?
Or is it that other person that's in your head telling you that, because you got a lot of them
delusions of grandeur? Because you're not better at all. I don't see it. Your behavior don't even exude it.
No.
In or outside of YouTube.
And that's a big teller right there.
Yeah, right. Everybody's like, oh, this is just the character. I just do this when the camera's on. So why we find out off the scenes that the camera is still on? Because you're still doing some of the same shit. Camera. So is it a character, or are you the character? Period. Because you're the clown. Because you do the same shit. Because that's you, really who you are and what you're about. Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And
did you watch Snowfall?
I did. How about old girl's gonna die. She's gonna die.
I got that feeling too.
Do I believe the uncle's gonna do it? No. Because I remember last week we were talking about how the uncle may do it. I don't think it's gonna be the uncle. I think it's gonna be old boy. He's gonna do it. Kane. I think Kane's gonna do it.
Okay. Yeah, because he was having a nervous breakdown. It screwed up his money.
Yeah. I think Kane is gonna do it. Thanks. I don't know what I said. But I think Kane is gonna do it. Franklin is livid. But I didn't really understand Franklin. To me, I thought he really dropped the ball, because the point that I thought he was going to take, or the point of action rather, I thought he was going to take, I definitely thought he was going to secure his money first and then say he's leaving. Yeah. Because you're giving that man too much power. You already know, one, he killed your father. You already know all of the lead up to the pressure you had been feeling is because of him. And you know this, although you're choosing to ignore it. You know this. You know he's ratted you out. You know that that the reason why they are looking at you is because of him, because he's taken a deal to protect himself. And, now he has your money. Now, going to trust his girlfriend enough to get the money back for him? No. Well, I think she will do it secretly herself? Yes.
Yeah, they're all dirty.
Yeah, they are all dirty. P-Valley, I started watching P-Valley. I'm now waiting for it to come back now.
I can't wait for P-Valley to start.
To it, from watching it, but
down in the valley where the girls get naked. Yeah, I like that.
Well,
and I was like, what are you doing watching that?
It's entertaining and educational.
That's right.
What else am I waiting for to watch? No, nothing else really.
Hey, J Productions, how you doing?
What's going on? Hey. I was just singing that.
I know, it's like, and I ran through all of them. How you just binge watched the whole thing, and every time it came on, I started singing. I was like, "Why you got the babies on there singing on that song?"
But I did binge watch it. That's how I got hooked to it. It's like, oh, okay, next one. I was like, that's it. So I'm curious to see what the new season brings. I just want Uncle Clifford's ass. I don't know about that. But it's a good show. It's definitely a good show. It's like a series version of the Players Club to me. Like different, but Players Club. Like if the Players Club was a series.
Yeah, it was a series, yeah. Now, who was the young lady that she was suing them, saying that they stole her idea? she had a play. It was a play that she had written, and I think she had actually, they were actually like out on the road. I can't remember this woman's name.
I don't know. I gotta look that up, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised though. She said Louisiana's gotta go. Yeah, she do gotta go.
Oh yeah,
she do gotta go.
And she got a big set of balls now.
Oh yeah,
she is playing. She is playing it hard.
She really thinks she's running it, but it's like you running. He's running you.
Mm-hmm.
He's using you.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. She doesn't see that he's playing her against Franklin.
Playing her against Franklin, yeah.
And that's family.
Right.
That's if you were able to draw a wedge in between family,
yeah, that's crazy.
Well, they should have ganged up and taken his ass out.
I'm curious to know what's going to happen to the Spanish guy that got caught up.
Yeah, well, he got arrested.
Yeah, but what made him go there and get that money though? It's like, really? You had to know they were following you.
I'd have sent somebody else.
That's what I'm saying. I would not have gone there to get that money. Because now it's theirs. It's theirs.
Yeah, Sissy's something else too.
She is something else. I don't know if I even trust her KGB connection because the KGB guy killed the old other Russian guy.
Yeah. God, the guns runner.
Yeah, the guns runner. So I don't. Yeah. So I don't really trust him either. So I don't know.
Well, they all have ulterior motives.
Right. Of course.
And especially when you know there's money involved, they're going to see what they can get.
Right. True.
So you really can't trust any of them. I don't think he's going to walk away. I don't think Franklin's going to walk away with anything.
Really?
I really,
I think he might. Do I think he's going to walk away? I don't think so. I think he's going to.
Oh no, he's too deep now. You can't walk away.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything to walk away. He has more debt now because of his properties that he won't be able to maintain. He doesn't even have any, not even a month's worth.
Yeah, but I think she will be able to get that. I think she'll be able to get some back.
The girlfriend.
Yeah, I think she'll be able to get some back.
Well, she's making phone calls.
Right.
Because see, she's
a white collar.
I gotta say she's in that life too.
Yeah.
She straddles that line. So it all depends on who her connections are and what they can do, and especially now that she's pregnant.
Right.
You're calling up favors, and you don't know, who's her family type of thing too, because when she was telling her story about her and her mom, I was kind of surprised a bit. So that's why she just didn't seem rattled with everything that was going on.
Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah.
Well, anybody else would have said, "I'm not doing this. I'm out and I'm done." And she was like,
"Just like my child."
But we're going to do this, and this. And I mean, she's real calculating, which I like.
Yeah, but Franklin is losing his shit. But $70-something million, I was like, God damn.
Oh yeah, there'd have been blood on the walls.
I still like, what made you not want to protect your money, knowing good and well the type of connections he has? You just thinking he's just some white ex-CIA person. You already know he still has connections inside. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, not only that, what would make you put all your eggs in one basket?
Yeah.
Because I'd have had some shit in the mattress. I ain't lying.
Yeah.
It'd have been in a mattress somewhere. It'd have been off the grid. Okay. Yeah. It wouldn't have been, I wasn't worried about overseas accounts or whatever. Yep. I'd have had some buried out in the forest somewhere.
Right. That I could go get. Yeah.
That I could actually go get just in case.
Right.
Abi, that's the guy, the guns runner. The guns runner name is Abi. Yeah, killed him. I was surprised. They shot him. But is this the last season coming up?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think this is.
Crazy.
But I don't know.
That's what we called her. Yeah,
Yeah,
she called her. Yeah, she did. She called her mom. So, and her mom's been doing that stuff forever. So you don't know who she knows.
Right.
I just want the CIA agent to get capped.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I hate him so much.
I do. He walks around like he is God, like he owns it all, like he already knows, like he has it in the bag, and it's like you don't have this.
And that'll probably be his downfall.
Yeah, it will.
Because he's too confident.
It will.
He's comfortable in his confidence.
Right.
Calling the shots or whatever.
But
like, I wonder if he's going to get his boy out of jail.
Right. Probably not. He's probably gonna let him.
I don't know, because he knows.
Well, he might let him sit there for a while to see if he's gonna tell, and then if he doesn't, then he'll let him know. He's gonna probably sit there and see if
yeah, that's why I figured he would snatch him out of there pretty quickly. Because they don't want to, compromise the whole project, the whole thing.
Well, as cocky as he is, he might just try to wait and see if he talks.
You said he turned him in.
He did. That's what I thought he did. Yeah, I thought the white guy did turn him in. The white guy was the reason why all this is happening.
Is he tying up loose ends? Do you think?
So I think so. So nobody won't be able to go after the money that he took.
Oh yeah, because he's already promised it to the other guy.
You're right. The CIA person some money. So he's already trying to lock that down to where he already said when he told him about the offer that he had stipulations in regards to giving him.
You're right.
Would probably mean they can't come after him, but he's giving everybody else up.
Yeah, well, he's tying up loose ends.
Yep. And then he'll keep Homegirl on because she already think, she's the bee's knees right now. And I don't know what Uncle's gonna do, but I think he might walk. Do I think he'll walk away? Maybe not. But I don't think he's gonna kill her though. I don't think he's gonna. But I could be wrong. We'll watch and see.
Oh yeah. How many episodes is it?
What's it, episode 10?
Okay.
I think it's like. I think they only did like 12 episodes. I gotta double check. There's only like a couple more left. But I don't know. That should be interesting. All right. So yeah, we're at that moment. It's so lovely we had this time together. I'm tired and ready to go. Yeah. So this was great, fun. Thank you for another wonderful episode of Politics and Wellness. Hope you guys had a great time. I had
and foolishness. Yeah. You have to add the third one, and foolishness.
Yeah. So make sure that you guys stay moisturized.
Because it is. Because
it's dry.
It's dry out there. And summertime is coming. We don't want to see any.
Yeah, we don't want to see no ash.
You got to be careful. You don't want to start no forest fires.
No.
That shit get to rubbing together.
Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that.
Okay, it's season finale. All right.
Okay. What was the season finale? The last one? Are you talking about this one? Did it come on today or Sunday?
No, that comes on tomorrow, I think, right? Wednesday.
Oh. So this Wednesday is the season finale, or was that the season finale?
I don't know. I'll find out when I get off. She said, yep. She said, yep, it's the season finale. Oh, man.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Last week.
Oh, that sucks. That left so many things.
Things open, yeah.
Like way open, not even open a little bit, like wide open, like the gates.
Look, what happened to the days where you would get a whole season with actual? I mean, you would get 20 some odd episodes.
Yeah, right. So much
you get 8, and that's it. That's like from what is it from?
Yeah,
they only had like 8 episodes. I was like, what? That's it?
Well, in the beginning, the first season, I see why, because you're still kind of pitching it to make sure if it makes it as far as viewership. But second season, third season, you're like your fourth season, like this, push the gas a little bit. Don't nobody care about that. And then you take forever to come back. You probably won't be coming back to like next year. You're like,
yeah.
fed up with it. But
I think they cut them short now too, because it's just so, even though there are a lot of platforms that they can go on, they always have a tendency to cancel it, like right in the middle. And there's nothing worse than having a story that you actually don't get the whole thing out. You never get to finish it.
Right, yeah.
You say, oh, yeah, cliffhangers.
Yeah, no, them cliffhangers be too much, because then they take so long. You be done forgot about it. Then you got to do a whole kind of recap to yourself to figure out what the hell's happening, just to get caught up. It's too long. They go too long on breaks. All right, guys, but it's been great as always. A wonderful pleasure. I would just like to leave you with this one bit of blessing, even though this season is over. It's funny.
Peace and mercy be unto you from God our Father and Savior Lord Jesus Christ. Greetings from Mother. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that He done for me, my soul cries out hallelujah. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust Lord until I die.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. You guys have a good night. Until next time, be safe, wear your mask, moisturize, and all that good stuff. Peace.